7:33 now, and within the hour, the school year will be starting for those kids across parts of South Carolina. As we've been telling you, the students in Fort Mill, York School District 1, and Clover, Rock Hill, Chester County, Lancaster County, all heading back to class. Our Ben Thompson live for us this morning in Rock Hill, where it is rocking.
It is rocking. I mean, this is a brand new building here at Sunset Park that they are very excited about. But I'm told they go out like this every single year. So this is not new for them here. And you know, for decades, Rock Hill Schools, that was sort of the behemoth in this corner of South Carolina. So it might surprise you that now, this year, Fort Mill schools are actually bigger population-wise than Rock Hill schools. So about 18,500 students headed back to class across Fort Mill schools today. The district now opening its 22nd school, Flint Hill Middle School, just a year after it opened Flint Hill Elementary School. Fort Mill also expects to start this year with roughly 2,800 teachers and support staff. And I spoke to the superintendent, Gray Young, recently, and he's expecting that growth is going to continue for another 4, 5, 6 years. And unlike so many other districts, he says that district is actually ahead of that growth. Talk about growth. How well do you feel like the district has kept pace with the town's growth?
Oh, unbelievable. I think we have a 10-year building plan, and I think we've done a great job over the last 20 years. That's where we've seen the majority of the growth. The 10-year building plan, we've been able to pass bond referendums.
And he says that's a credit to the taxpayers. They voted to pass those bonds, increase those taxes. He says the district is also in a much stronger position going into this year when it comes to teacher recruitment than it was, say, a few years ago. He says, we never get to say this, there are actually more applicants than there are openings there in Fort Mill. And a reminder for parents there in Fort Mill, as you send your kids off this morning, it's going to cost you a little bit more when it comes to lunch money. The district raised its rates for this school year. Officials say rising food and operating costs that we talk about every morning here on WCNC Charlotte, that's the reason why. Elementary breakfast is going to cost $1.85. Middle and high school breakfasts are going to be about $3. Lunch prices for old students will increase to $3.75. Students who qualified, though, for free and reduced meals will not be affected. All right, heading now to the Clover School District, where excitement is really building there ahead of what is a historic day. Not one, not two, 3 different schools opening their doors for students today. WCNC Charlotte's Destiny Richards now live at one of those schools. She is live outside Liberty Hill Elementary this morning. And Destiny, it's a big day for that district, 3 schools.
That's right. You've got Roosevelt Middle School, Lake Wiley High School, and Liberty Hill Elementary School. And we're at Liberty Hill right now, where the Lake Wiley band just marched from their neighboring school to the elementary school for a nice little send-off for students here that are just now getting started at about 7:35 now. And we're here with Superintendent Dr. Sheila Quinn. This was really such a nice thing that they did for their neighbors here. Tell us about these new neighboring schools.
So these 2 schools were built on property we bought several years ago, and we knew we wanted to have at least 2 schools on this site. So it's so neat today, the site that was the revolutionary site where cannonballs were made, that Liberty Hill Patriots now get to welcome their new school.
Right, that's what the street is, Cannonball Run, and that's the street that they're both on.
That's
Awesome.
exactly right.
Yeah, and we're not only opening a new elementary school, but a historic high school. Tell us about that.
So we've been a 1 high school town the full existence of Clover School District. So now that we have 2 high schools, we are welcoming Lake Wiley High, and we thought it would open with a little over 1,000, and it's really closer to 1,200. So we clearly knew that the growth was coming and that we were going to need 2 high schools, and we're very, very glad our board had the foresight in 2018-19 to plan for that.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that's really why all 3 of these schools are opening this year. I remember we spoke with you last week. It was quite an undertaking to get 3 schools to open today, but tell us really about the benefit for this growing community.
So we looked in 2018-19 at our growth trajectory, and back then we were growing by 300 to 350 kids a year. So you can think about from then to now how much we've grown. Clover High School was the 4th largest in the state, so it was over 2,800 kids. So we knew we needed to really plan for some high school space. We had 7 elementary schools. One of those had almost 1,200 kids in it, so we knew we needed to plan for that as well. So super grateful to our community for supporting these schools because it's been a long time coming.
Absolutely. And Liberty Hill Elementary starting now at 7:35, Roosevelt Middle School at 8, Lake Wiley at 9 this morning. What do you want to say to families and students out there that may have those first day jitters?
You know what? It's going to be a great school year. Our teachers are prepared. We have staffed up for this. And if you just get a good breakfast, get a good night's sleep, and just come and give your best, it's going to be a great year.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you for joining us for a little bit. I know you're really busy today, and it's going to be a great school year. The Lake Wiley Band obviously packing up and going because they start school in about an hour and a half, and then obviously Roosevelt Middle School at 8. So coming up in the next hour, we'll speak to Lake Wiley's principal, and so we'll have more to talk about with this new historic high school opening as well. I'll send it back to you guys live here from Liberty Hill Elementary.